Welcome to the stream. Today we're gonna explore the island of Kauai in a group of Hawaii group of islands, and it's the island far up northwest of them all. So we're also gonna visit, actually might visit one more island except for Kauai, and that is a smaller island called Niihau, and it's west from Kauai. I'm gonna show you in a bit here on the map. So this is the plan I've set up. We are currently in Lihue, I think. Don't know how it's pronounced, but it's a bigger airport for commuting people and tourists. So we're gonna go up on the west side and the eastern border, eastern shore, and going counterclockwise. Then we're gonna take a turn into land. We have a couple of sightings here in a row that I was curious about. Then we're gonna return to the shore, the eastern shore, and from there we are going to visit the little island of Niihau, and we're gonna go around that one as well, just to recon all the shores and see if we find spots where we could land. Water landings, of course. Alright, let's see. Let's get this one started. Generators and batteries, and fuel selector, engine valves on, wobble pump twice for getting some fuel pressure. The props are way back, and some lights too. Sometimes you need it, even if it's during the day. Alright. Now like position lights on, and mixtures on auto reach. Not that easy to set this. Alright, seems about right. Alright, we're gonna prime the engines once, twice, 3 and 4. Okay, so I need to change the controls. I just saw the RPM levers come and go. Control options, I just have to load a different profile, that's all. And twin engine bush and commercial, that's how it's supposed to be applied. Save. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, now it works perfectly. Good. Crack the throttle a bit. Open the windows so we can yell.
Clear prop.
That's about right. There she goes. Engine number 1. There she goes. All right. Close these windows again. Really no use for them to be open right now. Right, so oil pressure is normal, fuel pressure is good, oil temp coming up, and carbs are perfect. Nothing to add there. We're gonna start our little GPS down here. There you go. Doors closed, good. Releasing parking brake. And turn on all the lights and pitot heat. Just in case. I'm not gonna fly on high altitudes, but I always have that on anyway. Alright. Controls feel correct. Standing awfully close. I don't know how this happened actually. I have no clue because I didn't have a pushback, so see if we actually can move forward or if we are stuck. Yeah, we could. Interesting. Alright, let's ask for clearance. Taxi clearance. Listen to the ATIS first.
Leisure Airport information, Quebec 2200 Zulu. Wind 061 at 16. Visibility
061 at 16, alright.
Sky condition, ceiling 1,900 feet broken.
That
Temperature 26. 2 point.
That could mean we gonna have some trouble entering like different bay areas, depending on from where we're coming from. I just hear that I have people in the plane and I'm not supposed to have that. I don't know how they got there. We need to drive them off. Cabin ambience there. So this is an empty airplane right now. However, I need my weights to be kind of high anyway. That's 200, 200, 100, 100. There. That's about right. Great. Because clearance, ground, taxi departing. We're actually gonna depart, even if it's not on the on my flight plan. Hang on. We're gonna go south to start off with because we're not gonna cover this part down here. We might cover it afterwards, but I want to go down and just check this part out and return and keep going north. So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna depart south.
Lihue ground, Grumman, November.
Lihue.
Delta Whiskey request taxi for departure to the south with Romeo.
Grumman, November 227 Delta Whiskey Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 3. Contact tower
Runway
on
3,
118.9
alright.
when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway, tree Grumman, 7 Delta Whiskey.
Gonna set the trim at once and also set the flaps at flaps 30. And here we go. Let's go. like an incoming plane. Yep, there she comes. Yeah, the temperature has come up, so we're actually ready to go. I'm not gonna do a run up. I maybe done that once during this stream series of Hawaii. But I would do it, of course, if it was real. Oh, I see what happened here. I should change the default height. It's supposed to be 50. I thought it was bound to special profile for the special plane, but it just doesn't seem like it is. Alright. Pretty good. Taxiing fast. In a super hurry here. Oh, just kidding. Alright. I don't know if it's suitable to start just yet. Thinking about that plane that was inbound. Alright, what's going on? I felt stuck for a moment there. Alright, I'm gonna call in. Oh, that's good. Alright, Lihue Tower. And take off clearance, please.
Lihue Tower, Grumman, November.
Oh, there's a plane
227
too.
Delta Whiskey ready at runway tree south.
He has landed already, so.
Hawaiian 19er tree,
Good.
contact ground on 121.9er. Grumman, November 227 Delta Whiskey altimeter, tree 0.101061 at 16. Departure to the south approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree.
Cleared for takeoff,
Cleared
runway
for
3.
takeoff runway, tree Grumman, 7 Delta Whiskey.
Oh, 7 Delta Whiskey, that's wrong. Oh, well. It's gonna be a temporary registration. I forgot to change it back.
121.9er Hawaiian 19er tree.
So I don't know what that Hawaiian is gonna do. I don't remember what he said. Hawaiian contact ground, right? So he might be taxiing just, you know, straight over here and come into our path. So gonna have a little. Need to have a little. All right, he seems to be standing still. So I guess everything is supposed to be right here. All right, here we go. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place. Jeez. Okay. Come on, come on. Here we go. Almost. Come on, come on. Right, retracting the wheels. Gears up. Wait. What are you doing there, my friend? Huh. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna turn south for starters.
Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey, continue for south departure.
Maybe it would have been smarter to go this way and all the way around and coming back here, but well, too late now. I already set the flight plan. No other plane seems to be incoming.
Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved.
Leahy Tower Grumman November 227 Delta Whiskey frequency change.
Honolulu Center.
Honolulu Center Grumman November 227 Delta Whiskey is type Grumman 2 miles southeast of Leahy 1,500 feet. Request flight following.
Grumman November 227 Delta Whiskey, Honolulu Center. Squawk 4656. Honolulu Center, Hawaiian 458, flight level 190. Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey, radar contact 2 miles south of Leahy, 2,000 feet. Altimeter tree 0.10. Hawaiian 458, Honolulu Center, continue to clouding as planned.
Looks like perfect beaches to me. Over there. Or are we not gonna land? I mean, we just took off some.
Honolulu Center, Hawaiian 828, flight level tree 10. Hawaiian 828, Honolulu Center, continue to D as planned.
So I didn't pass the water over from Oahu because it's kind of a long flight and nothing interesting would happen during that time. So
Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey, did you copy?
no, I didn't.
Roger Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey.
All right. Anyway, so I didn't take that. Well, we didn't want to do it on stream, so there was no Dillingham Leahy, but it's fine. Alright, so I can see how this looks basically. That ought to be enough for me, and we have some other accessible beaches or points, locations here on this beach, this shoreline. Some rain, that's refreshing. Let's wash the plane. So we're not gonna go the same way back. We might just take going in a circle here and going back to our starting point. And we're gonna finish, I think it's over there, or there actually. I think that's where we're gonna finish, middle of the screen on that point. It's a bay area with a dock and a seaplane runway, basically, so water runway. That can be interesting to finish our journey there. I didn't plan on streaming today at all. I was to play Wildlands, but it seems like Ubisoft or Uplay has issues with their servers. Problems and issues, a lot of them. So we couldn't connect, we almost couldn't find one another over the, like in the friends list, so there's something going on there. So I thought I might finish this series with Kauai.
Heavy contact Honolulu Center on 119.9. Good day. 119.9 Asiana 2 tree 2 heavy.
leave the light on for now. Over there is the airport. Somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Right through.
Honolulu Center, Asiana
Rainstorm.
232 Heavy, flight level 200. Asiana 232 Heavy, Honolulu Center, continue to Kauai as planned.
I'm actually not going to do a flight following because I'm kind of annoyed by it right now. Cancel flight following.
Honolulu Center.
And I'm going
Grumman
to change
7
frequency
Delta
to a
Whiskey,
small
cancel
field.
flight
Just
Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey, Honolulu Center, cancellation received. Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved.
this one ought to do it. Like nothing would happen here. There. All right. It's actually an airstrip nearby, I think. Should be around here. Yeah, it's just on our 2 o'clock. So yesterday was fun. I was flying with a new friend here in the simulator. We flew Grumman region G44, both of us, so we had one each. And flew formation in North Carolina. It was a lot of fun. So we met on Oahu in our Tomcats like a few days ago, and seems like we're getting along and have a fun time flying. That's great. This is a beautiful picture, by the way. Screenshot there. Yeah. Alright, so it should be straight in front of us here somewhere. Airstrip. If I had opportunity to remake the cockpit in this one, I would probably repaint it, like have a different. I would have some cool fabric in the ceiling, probably something dark, and I would have probably gray interior or maybe like tan. I think I would have it like a tan interior, actually, because I like it. I would probably keep the black details on the panel, on the instrument panel, but I would try to make wooden, like wood around the gauges, basically. So these parts, like a square here and this one, I would change. If I would probably have wooden sides too, like between these beams over here. In the middle would be like wooden panel, real wooden panel, like a boat, like an old boat or something. And then I would have tan all the way down to the floor, and the floor would be, I think, dark something, or wood, actually wood. That would be really cool. Wooden floor would be beautiful. All right, let's turn here and keep going north on this shoreline. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I love the weather right now. It's so, it feels so alive with all the lights and shadows going on because of the clouds. I love that. I forgot to retract my flaps. However, they retract them. They retract themselves when you're going too fast, so no problem. It's how they work on the Goose. You can't really force them down if you're going too fast. That's good in one way, you don't damage the equipment, but in the other way you can't really use them as brakes per se. You need to, but you can do other stuff. You can crab the plane, like drift. That's crabbing. So here's another beach that is accessible. By the way, I tried to earlier today. I tried to set up. Like, I'm gonna show what I've been doing. I've been doing this. Hang on. Yeah, so this is the island we're at now. But I've been doing this. So I have marked out all the places I can go to and gave them numbers basically. So what I'm trying to make is like a generator for different missions. So you get people or you get stuff and you deliver them basically to random places. I would really like it if it was possible to have some form of system, like what is more likely, what kind of flights is more likely to happen and what kind of flights is more uncommon. But so far it's just numbers. So you basically just generate first the island number, and that's in the beginning of every airport. That's Island 5, Island 4, Molokai, Island 6 is Maui. And then you basically either you decide what field you want to start on. That's a beautiful beach. What field you want to start on, and then you just generate the numbers of where to go to pick people up and where they want to go, and then you go there. So the thing I didn't really figured out yet is how I would do with the numbering between the islands, because so far you can just basically generate numbers on the same island. I didn't think of that, how I would solve that one, but I would come up with something. So I did Molokai, I did Maui, and I did Lanai. So I have Hawaii left down here, that's a big one. And I have Oahu. I done the field, the strips and the fields, but I didn't do any beaches yet, so I didn't mark them out. And now we are on Kauai, so I'm going to do that as well with this little Nihau island as well. And that would be island number 1. And Kauai would be island number 2, so that's how I number them. Pretty cool. I mean, it took a while, but I like it. I'm going to fly a lot in Hawaii anyway. maybe not only with the Goose, I'm gonna fly with the King Air as well. And later on I'm gonna be flying the 737 between the islands like commuter plane. So private plane, that would be the, not really private, but the King Air is more like a private plane than the Goose. Alright, I think I would want to land, do water landing. Right. And maybe I would access one of these cool beaches. I mean, they are really cool. Looks so good. Looks really good. I'm thinking of that one. Look at that. It's like a lagoon. Yeah, it's probably not the best textures when you get close, but it looks like a really cool place. I kind of want to check it out. Yep. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hang on. So the winds are supposed to be... Alright. Yeah, I just have to turn around basically. So we can land along the shoreline here going back, and that would be into the wind, so we'll get an upwind. There's a little city. I wonder what city it is, or town, sorry, not city. And it must be the capital. Alright. Let's reduce our speed a little bit. Also get the trim right. It should be on 3-ish in this case. We got a nose up for sure. And RPM's coming up. See if I can make it. There's yet another one I would like to visit. Cool. It's gonna be cool. This taxi, air taxi idea. And you get to learn the places, the beaches, the names of the beaches, names of different places. Also private addresses, so everyone who seems to have like a little private beach on their property, I included. No, you can get flights like that as well. I think it was on the other side of that. Or was it? Was it here actually? Man, I have such a bad memory. No, it's not here. It's not here. Must be around the corner there, on the other side of that. What is that point? So we're gonna be floating like this for a while and not really land just yet, if I can help it. We might, but if we do, we do. I can step taxi my way back to that place. And I would actually choose to land outside of that little, what is it, like rock formation, rock, because there could be rocks in between. I got actually stuck yesterday in the Widgeon. We were landing in like a pretty narrow area on water, and I just got too close to shore and I got stuck. Seems to be a lighthouse or something there on that cliff. That's cool, really cool. All right, let's put her down. about right. We just ease down to the water level. It's probably there, I don't know. We'll see. Whoa, shit. Whoa. Oh, that was not good. That was not good. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. That was not easy. Trying to do whatever again. We just got too much speed. I'm gonna end up like out to sea. Heading out to sea. This feels a little better. I kind of lost a lot of lift. Ah man, it's gonna be rough. Doesn't matter how I do it, but it would be actually. Like I said, it's like 15 knots wind, maybe more here, and that's gonna create some rough waves. That's actually quite realistic, I would say. Okay, let's find that place. I have no clue where it is now because I'm kinda lost. Let's pick up the map, maybe it would help. Oh yeah, it's probably right there where the river comes down, so it's just straightforward basically. So what could be a little hard now is to turn. So when winds are around 15 knots and above, like yesterday I tried to navigate. Hi! Hello JB. Yesterday I tried to navigate my way into a bay area, and it was between 20 and 25 knots. I actually think it was 25, and I could not, for the love of God, get like enter the bay area. The plane would turn around all the time, and that wouldn't be a problem if I could just sail my way, like back up with my flaps down and just, you know, drift into the bay. But that's not possible, so you could simulate it with a pushback actually, but I didn't think of that back then, so I was just removing all the weather just so I can access that place, but that was cheating actually. So I have full rudder right now, for instance, and I have water helpers. I have water rudder as well, full right rudder. I mean, now something happened with the wind. All of a sudden it turned, but before that nothing. It was really hard to see. Now it's turning left again, so it's so hard. Let's see if I can just get up the map, see where I'm going here. So this is the bay I want to enter. So give power on left engine here and full right rudder. See if I can get it to turn. Come on, come on. I'm working with the rudder a bit. Sometimes it helps. Kind of get some movement forward. Now we get rain. That's good. I love that. Right, so we need to work with the left engine. Just need to keep track on that it's not overheating, because that happened too as well. So it started to like get a thick black smoke from it after a while because I was working it too hard. I was pushing it too hard. There we go. Right, this seems okay. Get rid of the map there. So for anyone who doesn't know, we're at the island of Kauai. this island up north, northwest, in the island group of Hawaii. And we're exploring some potential landing spots. I just find a really cool beach. Almost looked like a lagoon. I can't pick up too much speed though, because I don't want to hit land. And now it starts to get scary here. Alright. Better be careful here. It's gonna probably turn. Yep. It's trying to turn left into the wind. I'm trying not to let him. So you can still work with 15 knots of wind, but it's harder. It's much harder. Like 10 is totally fine. 10 and below that is totally doable, but it starts to get a little hard to navigate. So this is the weather that is supposed to be there on Kauai. Although I don't know, the time is probably not right, but I think they have like an early morning right now. And this is midday, kind of. Alright, let's see. Yep, this is it. It actually looked quite good, because I feared that it would look like crap when I get near it. Kind of had that texture from above, like, oh, that looks like if you get too close, just not gonna cut it. But it looks actually pretty good from here. I think so. Alright, let's get up, see if we can get up on land and turn around and get on with the exploring. Just gonna see. I don't want to go too fast here. So, gears down. Yeah, I think it's the right timing right now. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I was too late. Or, no? No, I wasn't. I was actually very much in the right moment. Could have been too late, so it was the last call, basically. Alright, let's turn around here. I mean, this is perfect to pick up and leave people on. It's perfect place. I almost got stuck in the sand here. Man. I'm not sure if it's simulated, but sometimes it just seems like you're almost getting stuck. Yeah, thanks, buddy. I'm trying. I don't get many views though, but it's fine because I love doing this. So if anyone want to watch it, they're welcome to do so. If they don't want to do it, they don't have to, right? All right. Yeah, I guess it's kind of specific people who loves things like this. It's kind of like very specific kind of people love this kind of flying. All right. I'm actually not gonna shut anything off here. This is cool. So this is mainly FS realistic that does this with the plane, with the wind, get a grip of the plane where you're standing still like this. And you can tell it is windy for sure. Alright, let's get going. Gonna set this trim though. We're on 3, should be around 4. Yeah. Alright. go. And flaps 30. Man, it is kind of hard to get moving here. That feels pretty realistic to me. When you sink into the sand, basically, so it's not a given that you would take you would get from there. I mean, you could get stuck. There we go. That's it. That's just so beautiful. I love when it does that. Right, seems like we're into the wind, so this can be a pretty good takeoff. And I love the weather, man. I love the weather. It is very, very nice. It's kind of exciting. Right? Try not to bounce too much, but here we go. Yep. That was the wave. We got airborne cause of a wave. And I've mentioned that before, I know, but these water splashes, that's also FS realistic, so that was a good add-on for me. I really wanted to have that, and this plane didn't have almost any kind of sound, like a little, I think they added a little something, but it was, you could barely hear it when you touch down on water. But I mean, you would hear it. You would hear it very good, because it's the whole belly, like the whole plane is in the water. It's a big metal boat. You would know. Right, cutting back on the RPMs and on the throttle. Flaps are up. And we're gonna keep the light on in this weather when we're going this slow. Right, so here's the bay, just underneath us. I'm gonna do a turn and check it out again from above. It's kind of cool. I love how the river comes and enters the sea right there, or should be, but it's kind of interrupted by the shoreline, like by the sand beach. But it is connected. You can tell that it's connected. All right. Here's another beach. So it was a good idea to put the lights on, the instrument lights and interior lights, because this is kind of darker. So I'm gonna mark out all these beaches just like I did with the other islands, and have spots marked out. Man, that was a hard one. I'm gonna show it. On Maui, like there's like a long stretch, a really long stretch of sandy beaches, and all of them have different names. Like, look at this. Come over to Beach Park 1, Park 2, Park 3, and yeah, it was it was pretty hard to find the right beach. You really need to check the map thoroughly to know where you're gonna end up. So I went back and forth a couple of times until I got, you know, like a landmark you could watch, and you learn. I mean, you can learn that through time what to look for. But I think Kauai is gonna be the best island to do this. It's kind of, I think it's the most beautiful one of them all. I mean, they are beautiful, all of them, but Maui, like, that's so much tourism going on. I mean, that's good. That's probably what would drive this company if you had an air taxi like this. Oh, I've been here. I actually, this is the beach where I once got stuck on because I was coming in too fast and I didn't have time to retract, to drop the gears. And I got stuck on the beach and tried to wiggle my way over to the right, you know, and I was pushing the left engine and number one engine, and after a while it got overheated and thick black smoke came out of it. And I was like, oh, all right, that's it. I'm stuck on the beach like a whale. But it was fun anyway to try to wiggle yourself back to the ocean. I didn't do it. I didn't do good. Whoa. All right, so the wind took the top part of the wing and pushed it down. That was, I should have expected it, but I didn't. I'm actually not so used to this dynamics. It's really good. I'm not sure if it's the simulator or if it's FS realistic or if it's a combination, because there is one additional effect on FS realistic, and that is low altitude turbulence. And you don't get that in the simulator just yet. Not nearly the same effect anyway. So it could have been that one as well that contributed to the effect of me losing lift, and it was kind of pushing. But it's probably the harsh winds, and they might have picked on. So it's maybe not 15 anymore, it might be like 20. So let's see if it does it again here. Hopefully. Yeah, now it starts. I'm more careful now. Yeah, I need to kind of... Yeah, there it comes. Now it's pushing it way down. But it was not as intense as the first one. Right, let's go. Let's keep going. This would actually help. So I turn this and it would push us away. Like, shoo-hoo. The wind is coming from there, so... .060. Here's another beach. Actually, two beaches. And one small beach, too. Really nice. In the Bay Area again. I love Bay Areas. It's like a special feeling to, you know, land, if you can, land from outside and coming straight into the bay. That's such a cool feeling with the Goose. You know, straight on your target, basically. Wow. This looks kind of like a resort, I would say. Parking lot, a lot of buildings, and a village as well. Very cool. Yeah, this is definitely by far the coolest island. No doubt. And it's kind of secluded because it's far away from Oahu. So I don't know if they have a lot of tourists, but I have a hunch it's not as, how would I say, busy as the other islands. And Hawaii, I don't know anything about this, so this is just, you know, I'm just playing with the idea what it can be, how the tourism could be because of what I've seen in the simulator. So Hawaii Island, the big island, seems to be one of those where people are around Hilo, most and foremost just Hilo, and maybe a little on the east coast. But I would find it kind of, it would be hard to believe that people would want to be on the west coast because it's mainly just dried lava. It's not much vegetation. It's really not beautiful. It's fascinating, but it's not beautiful. And I think people would go there because of the volcanoes, basically. So it's probably different from the other ones. And Oahu, that was probably one of the most beautiful islands before it got like full of hotels and whatnot, like really touristy. So that's probably a busy island as well, Oahu. Not Oahu, sorry, Maui. Oahu is like Honolulu and Pearl Harbor. That's different in another way because that's the city, so it's kind of cool anyway because they have their differences. All islands have their differences while they're basically in the middle of the Pacific, and they are so different yet so alike. That's cool. Kind of, they have their niche, their own niche. And Molokai feels to me like, I have never been there, but it feels to me that it's a kind of a peaceful island. I don't know, it's like it's probably quite windy, but it's peaceful in a way. It's not many tourists coming there for whatever reason. It doesn't look like a touristy place. They have a lot of fish farms, like fish ponds. I saw that. Look at this ravine, this crack. This is cool. That is steep. That is steep, man. And there is a beach in the end of it. Like, you could go there. Like, some people just want to go out on a secluded beach area, no one around, and that would be it. It's totally not accessible if you don't have a boat or a seaplane. That's the only way you can get there. In the middle of a steep ravine like that, steep crack in the mountains. This is very impressive. Impressive area. Okay, let's check on the engines. Got kind of a high. Let's reduce the RPMs a bit more. Fuel seems to be fine. Very good. Let's check the map again. We have a part. Alright, so what we did now is I actually should have turned up here. So I didn't do that. And it's fine. I mean, I was curious about this too. I was kind of torn. Like, oh man, do I have to turn and go up? I mean, I want to see the coastline as well, you know. But now we get to do it. We got to see it. Alright, we need more power because I kind of want to check this part out. Looks like an observatory or something. And it's not marked out. It might be, but I don't think there was any. But it must have been. When I planned the route, it was just that I was planning on doing it over land, so I didn't pay attention maybe. Okay, this is kind of a bad position here, so I'm going to turn left into the wind and go back through this crack basically. So let's could be exciting. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be a little crazy here. Let's get crazy. Let's do it. Let's do this. Oh shoot. This is kind of scary. There we go. Oh man. It's turbulent. It's shaky. That was shaky. Back with the power. Power, 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 power. It doesn't respond very fast. It doesn't do. It's kind of slow. Just like me. That's why I like this plane. It's slow like me. Alright, let's go back and turn where we were supposed to turn. And we would see kind of like landmarks like this one, like we just saw. I mean, check out these mountains. This is, man. Something like this. Alright, we need to gain some altitude. I see something up there. So it's definitely... I don't know what happened. I did this tour before. I actually did it like pre all the other islands. I started up here because I was curious about these newly added points of interest. And I couldn't find anything. So I don't know if there was a bug or something, because it was marked out, but I couldn't locate any of these. And now they're just here, so it's cool. But all right, a little more power there. We are into the wind, so we have an upwind. We should be able to gain some altitude pretty easy. However, it's going to be limited visibility up there, might be, and we would get like very close to the ground if we want to see something. So we will see how this pans out. Oh yeah, they're getting hot, the engines. Need to cut back on the RPMs. Maybe a little more like this. See if that helps. Yeah, it seems like they're coming down a bit, like slowly, very slowly. All right. Very exciting weather. It's a little, I'm thinking Alaska all of a sudden, but yeah, we'll have to focus on that specific point, because now it's starting to get really bad visibility wise. And yeah, we're just at it. There's another plane too, so wonder if that's another player doing the same thing basically. Right, let's give it a little more power. You better work now, because I need you. Right, so here's another station. Yeah, and we're gonna do a right turn here, apparently. Banking right. Oh my lord, this is kind of scary actually. Even if it's in a simulator. There's the other plane. You can see the other plane. It was flying this, it seems like it was flying the same route as I'm doing, so it's probably another player. I wonder what plane he's in. I mean, obviously I don't have all the planes, so I don't know if it's a generic plane. I probably don't have it, the one he has, or she for that matter. Look at this. This is so cool. So little left and then little right. Right. So there's something. I don't know. But it's not marked out, so that was nothing. None of the, I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be down there, or so yeah, these were the ones that I didn't see. And here comes another one. Another point of interest that I can't see. Sorry. Let's see. So it's supposed to be on my left. It's a lake. I can see a lake. Maybe that's the point of interest. It might be though. You never know. Alright, let's get back to the ocean side. Alright, and let's cut back on everything here so the engines can Alright, so he's in front of us there. I'm kind of curious. Kind of want to catch up with him. With it. I probably won't be able. But it seems like there's some traffic going on there. So we might bump into other players for sure. Alright. Let's do our thing. Anyhow. This episode is not about chasing down other players. Also, I'm not in the Tomcat, so it's gonna be much harder to chase them down. For sure. Alright. This looks so cool. Let's turn, let's bank left. Alright, I don't need the map right now. We're gonna keep going south here for a while, and then we're gonna go out to that, we're gonna fly out to that island over there in front of us. So, and there's one island after that as well, but that's like a nature, like a bird sanctuary, I think. I mean, that could be interesting if there would be birds, but there are probably no birds, so I'm not gonna go there anyway. This beach looks really good, like exceptionally good. Very nice texture. Very nice. You see, I can be positive if I have something to look at. If it's crap, it's crap. I'm not going to be happy about that. But this looks good. Yeah. And here's the airport. Alright. Let's go left traffic and do a touch and go at least. Let's see. It can be interesting with this weather though. Alright, Barking Sands. Very good name. Very good name. Let's see. Back. They have an ATIS. I want to know. I want to know. Oh. Wow, 271. That's totally the opposite of what it was before. Right. 271. Okay, we need to go one more time. We need to circle the airport because and it might be malfunctioning, so if anyone hasn't looked at my other streams, I mentioned it not once that you can get like a counter information, like you could get exactly the opposite of what it is, and you can have a sock pointing one way and the weather report saying totally the opposite, and the tower as well. So, and they just, you know, tell you to land with a downwind, in a downwind. That's just crazy. Like, why would you do that? But that's how it works. So it might be that, but we'll see. I should have a check on the sock, but let's try to land anyway. I think I would know if it's totally out of line anyway, so request touch and go. Yeah, touch and go would do it.
Tower Grumman November 227 Delta Whiskey is 3 miles west 1,400 feet with Golf for touch and go.
Grumman November 227 Delta Whiskey Tower. Altimeter tree 0.06 wind 271 at 5. Make left traffic runway tree 4.
I'm right traffic, but it's fine. 3-4. Oh. Shit, I messed up.
Enter left traffic runway tree.
I think
for
I
Grumman
messed up.
7
Yeah,
Delta Whiskey.
I did. Man, I'm so confused. I don't know what happened. 3-4. Alright, so in my head I turned this 180 degrees, so it's alright. I'm gonna do short approach and come in from over here, so it's fine. Alright, lights on. Oh shit, like I could. Hang on. F12. I'm gonna reset. There it is. Gears up. Oh, that should be down though. I'm doing the checklist for water landing. That's cute. I'm such a mess. Like, why would you do that? You're gonna land on the runway. Gears up. That's all right. Okay. You're gonna have to do a phone call when you land. That's for sure. And the poor bird would have to be repaired as well. Yeah, because I'm just gonna do a touch and go, so I'm gonna do really short.
Whiskey wind 271 at 5. Clear touch and go left traffic runway tree 4.
Yeah, thanks. That was left traffic. I would have known, but I didn't.
Clear touch and go runway tree for Grumman 7
Alright,
Delta Whiskey.
full RPM. Coming down on the speed. Setting flaps 30, but it's not gonna come down just yet because of the speed. And here it comes some. And this rumble, I love this rumble. That's FS realistic. When you extend your gears and your flaps, it's gonna be like twice a rumble. And then flaps 60 gonna do even more sound. But I'm probably gonna just use it through this turn. Then I'm gonna maybe go back to flaps 30. I might, because flaps 30. There we go. We are crazy fast. That's why I'm not touching down. Got so much lift right now. There. And off we go. That's touch and go. Okay, gears coming up. And that was the wheel spinning, so I had to touch the brakes. F is really stick. Alright, so that was a bad touch and go, but it's fine. Not gonna bother crying about it. Alright, let's see. We're gonna do another turn, then we're gonna bank right over to that island. Check out these planes though. There seems to be something going on here. Coming back on the RPMs and on the throttle. I don't know where they're at. Is that a plane coming in? I can't see anyone. I don't know. Let's zoom in. Yeah, there's supposed to be one right there in that spot. But he's probably in the menu or something because I can see him.
Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey Wind 271 at 5. Clear touch and go left traffic runway tree 4.
No, I don't want to land. I already did, kind of.
Clear for touch and go runway tree for Grumman 7 Delta
funny.
Whiskey.
That is funny. Cancel landing.
Tower Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey, cancel landing intention.
Grumman 7 Delta Whiskey, your cancellation is received.
Alright, so I cut it short. That's fine. Let's go. That's it. Right, we need to turn some more. Back harder. Right, let's see what altitude we're on. 1,000. That's it. And let's see what 24. Like that, something. And let's set the autopilot for a bit. Here we go. And altitude as well. Thank you. To be working, although the altitude is not right. It's 1200. Yeah, 1200 it is. sensing that. Just doesn't seem to be happening much with my heading. Ohana. We're going to Ohana. Ohana means family, means no one gets left behind. I learned that from Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. All right, the heading seems to be. It bugged out earlier today. I don't know why, but it seems like it does that again. So it can hold, but you can't really turn with it very good. Set, set, set. Yeah, doesn't work. All right, whatever. Gonna be turning manually. Aim for that point over there. So this is Niahu. Ni-hao. Ni-hao. I don't know how you pronounce it. Ni-hao. Ni-hao. Kauai. Kauai. Ni-hao. Retard. Alright, let's check this big one. Seems like a really big beach. Got some speed as well.
breaking along the shore. It's not the same without you no more. Whoa. 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 Mountains roll down to the sea. I wish that you were here with me. The waves are breaking along the shore. It's not the same without you no more. Whoa. 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 Watch the sun lift off the sea, cast the shadow off a tree. Soon the surfers will catch the waves. The beach will fill with local babes. Whoa. 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 Watch the sun lift off the sea, cast the shadow off a tree. Soon the surfers will catch the waves. The beach will fill with local babes. Whoa. 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 Up above the clear blue sky, tourist cars come driving by. Windsurfers across the bay, just a tropical Hawaiian day. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Wow.
Up above the clear blue sky, the tourist cars come driving by.
I wouldn't try to land here. Even if I could, I would probably not be able to take off. Nope. Nope, sorry. Maybe, but... Although I could do touch and go, though. But I was gonna check this part over here. I was curious about... So I'm gonna try to do a touch and go in that lake. Not that one, the bigger one back there. Bigger and bigger, it's not much bigger. Flaps 30. Setting trim for one landing, that would be like 3 something. Gears up, good. Full RPM. Losing lift, kind of. I might not do it, we'll see. Can't lose much speed either, because that would be able to take off again. yeah, that was not much to spare. And it was kind of a high risk flapped retract I did there too, because yeah, if I would have lost lift there because of that, that would have been it. Yeah. But this is where you need to try these things, not in real life, really. So we did okay, but it was not much margin, almost nothing. No margins. No points for second place sports. Ba, 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 ba. High temps there. Fuel is good. This is a beautiful one. Big beach. Airborne. That was a wave too. Whoa. Crazy. That's crazy, man. Far out. Far out, man. I mean, it's not the widest part. I could have picked a better place, but it was mostly for the water landing, so it's obvious I could get, you know, up on any beach here, basically. It's pretty good. Lord, what is it doing? Wow, I don't have any authority here. It's just going straight to land. I couldn't turn at all here. Alright, please stop. I'm definitely gonna drop my gears in a second here. That's just too fast. Gears down, man. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh man, that was kind of intense. Huh. I don't know what happened, but it was probably because I had like the wind, downwind, like wind in my back, so it would probably work better this way. Okay, flaps. really wants to turn towards land, so it is crazy. It's hard to keep it. Alright, here we go. Man, it wants to turn so bad. Come on, come on, come on, baby. Yep, yep. Barely, barely. Okay, let's turn into the wind so you can get some airspeed and retract our flaps. That was cool, actually. That was fun. It's fun when it's not totally easy, but you're still making it. That's fun. Right, coming back on the RPMs now. We're good with the speed. Let's continue around the island, shall we? And for those who didn't know, this is not Kauai, this is little island of Niihau, just outside of Kauai. Kauai, Kauai. Well, it would be cool to access the beach here and roll over to that lake. Get the gears up and just float around in our fishing stool with a fishing rod. That would be perfect. That's it, baby. What is that? Is that an island or something else? What is that? It is an island, right? I mean, it is in this case. What would be cool if they complemented with some of the shipwrecks that's outside of coast like these. That's a different island, but I checked it and there was no shipwreck at the spot where it's supposed to be one, like a big one, big rusty one. You can see it on the satellite pictures, but it's not here. It's on. I'm gonna show it to you guys. Hang on. Oh, did I close down? I did. Hang on. So it was on Lanai, the northern part. There is actually a shipwreck beach. It's called Shipwreck Beach. So just outside of it, it's supposed to be a shipwreck, and there it is. So you can tell it's there, and it's pretty large too. So I was flying there today and didn't see it. So those things would be really cool. I mean, that's tourist attractions. Can thinking of turning off the landing light, but it's been on all the way, so might as well be. You never know when you're going for landing, and since I don't do checklists like that, if I get better lighting on this one, my little mechanic checklist here with the switches, if I get better lighting on that one, I will use it, but as it is for now, I can't see what it says. Just too dark with lighting. I need better. It needs to be lit up better on the inside so I can see. I made this one myself with the switches and the name tags, or not name tags. What is it? Front plate. Basically, you can change it if you have for different side. I need to do one for the Goose. We need to make one for the Goose. This one is for the Kodiak. It was it's actually a pilot on Papua New Guinea, American pilot, flies there, Ryan. I follow him on YouTube, and he's selling those, but well, I made my own anyway from that. Not as nice as his, but it's working. And as you can see, I don't have the honeycomb and other fancy controls, so if I was wealthy, well, might have invested in one of his check boxes as well as fancy controls. What I love to have is a yoke just like this, like the one in the Goose. That would be awesome. And I mean, it's not impossible. I could make it from this, but I would probably buy a honeycomb or something, like a better control for that. And I mean, it doesn't have any buttons on it, so all of that would be disconnected probably. So I don't know. Well, maybe if I buy a honeycomb, I would keep it as it is, and then I would use this one with the old yoke like that. I could do that. Sounds like a good idea. However, it would feel really, I guess, not so good after having a really good yoke, and you know, this one is pretty basic. Although I changed, swapped the springs in it to rubber bands. Had to do a few modifications for doing so, but I did, and it's much smoother now and feels better. That's a lake. That's definitely a lake. That was a totally improvised landing, like No planning at all. Sometimes you're on luck. It was kind of good. We are airborne. Flaps coming up. It took me a while to figure out the exact, the best setup with the trim and flap configuration and AOA for water landings. I think I got it now. So every once in a while I skip a bit and hot air ballooning myself up again, but it's not as like it was in the beginning. It's not like that anymore, so I'm fairly confident, and it feels like I just didn't, I was so uptight about the fact of how you fly the real Goose from what information I had about the real Goose, and I was like, that's not the way you do it, and tried to, set the same values on the trim and everything, and just didn't make it. So ever since I have, what I'm trying to do is landing on a step, so I don't want to land it like with a high AOA, because you don't do that. You come in and land on the step, and then you're letting it easy down from it, basically. And so for doing so, I need to set usually trim 3 nose up. That's perfect. And you can just add, it's like a balance act with a yoke. So you just apply a little forward pressure, but it would mainly raise the nose. Just push it a little, and then push it a little harder if you want the nose to straighten up, don't point up at all. That usually is perfect. And then I use plus for nose up trim for takeoff on water, and nose up trim 2 for takeoff on a runway. And also landing, I usually it's between 3 or between 2 or 3, so depending on that seems to be working. But I always bounce on the runway, so I think I have so far made one perfect landing on the runway with this one. I always bounce, so it just seems like the thing I do, so it's fine. For me, it's the water landings that I really need to conquer. And then, also I'm all over the runway still. I have a hard time maintaining center line, very hard with this one, and I'm all over the place. But it's fine. I will get there soon enough, I think. Just have to practice some more. And I'm always frustrating when I'm learning things. I don't know why I'm like that. I'm just not giving myself a break ever. Or in this case, the plane. I was complaining a lot about the plane, but in the end, you just have to figure out the closest way to configure it. It's still a simulator. You're not gonna get the real values anyway. Mostly not. Kind of have to convert everything into Microsoft values or Asobo values. In this case, big radial values. So it's fine. All right, so we circled around this whole island of Niihau. Just gonna take one final, so I don't miss a thing. No, really, I just want to see what's up here, so then we can turn and get back to Kauai. Kauai. All right, it's a lot of trees. There you go. All right, here we go. Was nice, so very beautiful beaches, very wide, big beaches on this one. I've never seen these beaches, like this kind of beaches, on any of these islands actually. So that makes this island unique, as well as the other islands are unique in their way, even though they are so close to each other. Whatever that's supposed to mean. I'm just thinking that might be, you know, the same, but they are not. All right, let's get back. So we can aim towards that light. That's, what was it? Sand rock? What was it? I forgot. Let's get up the map. Right, Shipwreck Beach, that was Lanai. So here we are, and the airport. What? Yeah, Barking Sands Airport. That was it. Barking Sands. That was so cool name. Such a cool name. So we're heading back to Barking Sands Airport now, and gonna keep going south to this area here, where we most likely gonna end the stream. There is a little airstrip here, Port Allen Airport, and we're gonna land on water, obviously, and taxi into the Port Allen fishery. And that's gonna be it probably. Although I'm kind of curious about this area as well, because we just went down here maybe, like Kapukai Beach, Kipukai, I can't read it, it's so small, but let's say Haola Beach. And then we turn around and get over the mountains and way back, and then we picked up going north there. So there's a part here that we didn't cover. Really, so we might just maybe do, hang on. Yeah. I mean, we'll see what we do. Maybe I fly back to Lihu and end it there. I might. So this stream has been going on for 2 hours now. That's pretty neat. And this is the final one in this series, so I'm not gonna do any more, not here anyway, like exploring. I might do other islands, but I'm not gonna, you know, invest in any airports all around, all of the islands everywhere. I'm just gonna, I was thinking how I would do it. Not gonna overdo it with airports and airfields, but as it is now, I have every airport and airfield on all the islands of Hawaii, and that is a beautiful contribution to this area, because those fields are so detailed, well done, so it's worth it for the experience of Hawaii. I love how the water color reflects on the keel. The keel is white actually. It's painted white just like the plane. And it has a totally different color here. So usually when I fly on above shallow waters, it gets the same color like it is on the side. But this one is different. Maybe because of the clouds, but right here it's different. Pretty cool. Some great screenshots here. That's it. I think if I had, you know, the resources and the knowledge, this would be the plane I would fly around the world in, the Goose. No doubt about it. I mean, the freedom to be able to land basically anywhere, like sandy beaches, you could, if it's like flat enough and even enough, you would be able. If you knew there was no rocks. But anyway, you could always land on water. I mean, almost in every case. Just so you have space, that's basically it. And that's also security when you fly overseas. Like that, if you would have some mechanical issue or whatever, you would be able to land and sort it out if you have all the resources, the tools, the spare parts with you on the trip. You could make it work, you know. And also you would probably not be by yourself either, so you would have at least one person coming along, so nothing happens to you. Safer. Well, that would be so cool. That would be like something you wouldn't even dare to dream about, because it's just so amazing thing. But obviously I would have some additional electronics to navigate with, a little more modern things, and I would probably have a glass cockpit installed, like maybe underneath, like you could flip it up underneath the hole so it wouldn't interfere with the originality, like the style of the aircraft, or maybe like this, you know, like this James Bond hatch in the floor. Everything comes up. That's cool. I mean, you could do with this, but I would like to have a weather radar. I mean, that's really a good investment if you would fly like that around the world. It's a lot of flying, a lot of different elements and weather. For safety, but yeah, it would be exciting not to have a radar as well, weather radar. I have no clue. I mean, maybe it's something you could do, but so I'm gonna cross here. I don't see any planes coming or going, so I'm gonna cross this path. There we go. But yeah, it's pretty cool that you could do this in a simulator as well. I mean, that's a great thing. If you don't have the resources, the money, the plane, the knowledge, then this is a good complement just for the time being. I mean, it's pretty cool. There are so many ways of doing this, so many ways of flying different planes and different ways to navigate yourself. Like, I'm thinking of commercial jets. That's like a whole different kind of flying. I'm not so intrigued by it. Long distance, like, that's me. I want to fly the plane. I don't want to watch the instruments for like 10 hours straight. Not in a simulator anyway, not getting paid for it. But this is my payment, so I do this kind of flying and maybe some bush flying. Occasional, you know, commuter flights with 737 because it keeps you on your toes. You do landings, it's kind of short route, so, and it's still handling the same aircraft, so. But I can see why you would want to sit for a long time if you have that time, you know, to do long flights like that. And you would probably do other things on the way, like make dinner and let the autopilot do it. I know that, but I like to be active when I'm flying. But it's very fascinating with all the systems it is. With the modern commercial jets. And to conquer that and know all about it and know how to do it and know the planning and know the checklists and procedures. That's very fascinating to me as well. So that's the reason I would do it mostly. It's a different kind of flying, like I said. Did we pass that? Or is it coming up? I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, it's coming up down there. There's another plane. Actually. They're waiting for me. Yeah, it's on the airstrip, so. That's cool. So I'm gonna try to land like this line basically. So that's how I'm gonna enter the area, and then I'm just gonna basically pass the dock, or maybe if I'm lucky I don't have to pass it, but we'll see. We'll see how I do. Giddy up. Giddy up. Right, I think I see this now, so yep, it's that. So I'm gonna set up for water landing. Yeah, it's already on 3, good. And oh shoot, this is so annoying. There, all right, the gears are up. It's like I would have done it earlier. Flaps 30. And full RPMs on the prop. I don't know if I can announce my landing. I don't know. Fort Allen. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, it's not. They don't have the water runways anyway, so here we go. Whoa! That was harsh. This doesn't feel right for whatever reason. Hard landing too. We're down now. Oh, yeah. That's it. Fight those waves. Fight those waves. Pretty cool, I must say. I'm fighting it. It wants to turn to the right. I'm not letting it. Now you can turn a bit. That's it. And it comes to a rest, coming down from the step. So we're gonna enter this area to the left of that boathouse, or whatever it is. I think it's the fishing boathouse, or maybe the fishery itself. I so want that they fix the acoustics, like when you open the window and the volume just fills your ears like overwhelmingly much from the engines. That's so cool. All right. Kind of cool, don't you think? The fishing boats and the Goose coming in. That is so Alaska, actually. Right. Reason I don't go for the docks is because I'm just going straight through them. That's sad. It would be so cool if you actually could dock. Full left rudder here. Nothing seems to be happening. Now it happened a little. Just enough for us to pass this point. And here is a ramp. It's supposed to be a ramp, I think. We're gonna enter land. We're gonna roll up on the shore. So we're gonna do. Here it's down. There we go. And we're up. Yep, that was it. I'm not sure where the ramp is actually, but I think that that part over there is actually not the ramp, it's more like a dock. But I might be wrong, so I don't know. It actually looks like a ramp. Alright. It's fine, it's fine. Parking brakes applied. Oh, so this left magneto wasn't on both, it was on what is it, like right. Okay, well, it's fine. Yeah, I am gonna end the stream here. Thank you so much for watching. It was a pleasure doing this. A lot of fun to make this series and check out all the cool places you could land on, access the beaches and such. It was a cool thing to do. I hope some of you enjoyed it.
Just right. It's the minute when they beach bumbo gay boy. Is it a side? I swing my hips from left to right. I could eat on me just right. It's the minute when they beach bumbo gay. Oh, what a side. Oh, what a side. Not your summer, no more waves, so let's be. Swimming, fishing for a wama, jumping from the rock. Winter waves are mountains.
All right, have a good one. See you next time.
Surfers know that